So you guys are getting a face cam video today. I'll probably still put some B-roll somewhere around this. You're not just gonna, stare at my titties in full view all day. But real quick, I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. The new chapter, All Things Wicked, did release today, and so I just wanted to give my thoughts on the live versions of Sable and Unknown. This is not going to be very long. Hopefully, maybe we'll see. Hopefully, it's just going to be very quick. But let's go ahead and get into it. So. I played with both Sable and the Unknown for about 10 games each, roughly. We spent about 4.5 hours playing today. Initial thoughts on Sable and her new Wicked perk is, well, I still believe it's useless. I know that people are like, oh, but you get, like, aura reading on any unhook, and that's great. But the only time aura reading on the killer comes in handy is if you are being chased. So you can mind game better because you can see them. Unfortunately, unless you're being tunneled, you're not going to get a lot of use out of the perk and its aura reading. However, I can see this being useful in coordinated teams where you can call the information out to your friends after you get unhooked. But as a solo queue perk, there are other better anti-tunneling perks. They're just better ones out there, because that's really what this is in solo queue, is an anti-tunneling perk. That's its purpose. Outside of that, it does you no good to see the killer's aura on the other side of the map when you've been unhooked. You know what I mean? For the update to Invocation of Spiders, or Weave of Spiders, great. I'm glad they buffed it because it was really weak in its state. However, I think they either need to reduce the 2.5 minute timer or reduce the amount of time you're broken. I think being both a 2.5 minute timer and breaking you for the entire match is kind of, it just doesn't work. And the other problem that I have with this perk is it is very easy for your solo queue teammates to throw the game. I'm not going to get into all of it. But I had a group of 3 people do the invocation over and over again in front of the killer. Like, I watched the aura. I watched them go down. Then 2 people would start the invocation. Then that person would get hooked. Then another person would go down. Then the other 2 would try to start the invocation. All while the killer's just sitting in the basement, downing them and hooking them over and over again. It completely threw my game. And then one of them had the nerve to be fat phobic because I was upset because they threw my fucking game. So it's one of those perks where if the survivor who's using it isn't smart, it's very quickly going to throw your games. It's the classic self-caring in a corner type of deal. They waste 2.5 minutes doing fucking absolutely fuck all, and then the killer ends up finding them right before they're done anyway, and then they have to start, because it doesn't save your progress, by the way. I want you to know that. If the invocation saved your progress when you got interrupted, that actually might be a buff that makes it viable. But in general terms, it's just not that great. In coordinated play, it might see some sort of use, but I don't really know about that. It's probably her weakest perk. The self-healing thing is actually pretty good. I do enjoy the self-healing in the basement. If you're running to basement all the time to try to get the self-heal off, you're probably not doing the best there, but yeah, that's about how that goes. So the Unknown, he's like, if I was making a tier list, the B tier, let's say this is like the upper, and then there's the middle, and then there's the bottom. He's in between upper and middle, right? He's got a very decently high skill floor. That launcher, that projectile is not easy to learn. Even after, the amount of games that I did, I was still missing what is basically easy shots. The explosion radius is always slightly smaller than you think it is. So there's a lot of trouble with that. Also, sometimes I would just straight up watch somebody be in the explosion radius and them not get hit. I keep saying this. I'm going to say it again. Looking at the killer as a form of counterplay is dumb. It's fucking just, it's bad. 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 That needs to go away. Because, first off, you have to look at the killer during chases and shit anyway, right? Second off, the LOS mechanics on this game are not that great. They are very inconsistent, and that leads to very inconsistent times where you, as the killer, are going to watch them cure themselves of your power for what seems like free. I cannot count the number of times today somebody has cured themselves of my power by looking at me from behind walls where I couldn't see them. And that is just atrocious. Now, when it does work properly, you know, when you're able to weaken them and they don't clear it almost immediately, it can be actually kind of fun. But if you're going to have it to where I have to hit somebody 3 times like Nemesis in order to injure and down them, then you need to get rid of this. Somebody in my chat came up with the idea earlier today that it would be a good idea to make it to where when you clear a hallucination, you cure weakness. And that's a great idea. I love that idea. Dispelling a hallucination is what cures the weakness. Fucking go for it. I think that's way better. Or you can put an item on the map, not like EMPs. We do not need EMPs, okay? We don't need any of that bullshit. Don't do that. But you could put a syringe on the map because it is a venom. It's classified as a venom. So you could put a syringe or a little antidote bottle that has the survivors drink it. I'm down for that stuff. But looking at the killer as a form of counterplay is stupid. It is uninteractive. It is bad. And I hate just throwing insults out there because I'm not trying to be I'm trying to be constructive here, but it just does not feel good as the killer. There were so many times I had to weaken somebody like 4 times in chase just to fucking down them with the power. And after a while, you're just like, fuck, I might as well just M1 the dude. I might as well just play it like an M1 killer. It's the same thing that happens with Singularity. Same thing that happens with Ghostface. Why even bother trying to stalk people if I'm just going to get revealed from behind 3 walls? You know? I don't like it. Everything else about him is fine. The teleport's fine. The perks are good. The fucking, all of that is perfectly fine. And I do enjoy this. I do enjoy playing him to an extent, but it feels so frustrating. The new map is still good. I don't like double pallet spawns, but they didn't really cause me that much of a headache whenever I was playing. But it's just, like I said, the new killer, I think over everything, the new killer, the unknown is a high skill floor killer with probably a decently high skill ceiling. I haven't played enough to figure out how high his skill ceiling is, but he's just, that they need to get rid of that looking at him counters him. They need to get rid of that. They need to get rid of it for Ghosty. They need to get rid of it for the unknown. It's bad. It's just bad. It's bad game design. It's bad game design, guys. It's not good. It's not fun. It's not interactive. It's not engaging. It's not interesting. It needs to go. But yeah, if you guys have played the new chapter today, then be sure to let me know what you think down below. And hey, if you want to see me play the unknown and you didn't get to catch streams, then check out my second channel, the Kaiser VODs, linked in the description. I'll be uploading all of the games that I played, all 10 of the games that I played on Unknown to that channel. Should go live around sometime midnight tonight, hopefully, maybe. I would like it to do that. Other than that, I love you guys so much. Sorry, I almost forgot. Thank you so much to our channel members. By the way, guys, real quick, I just want to point this out real quick. I don't have paid content. If you see a video that's labeled channel members only, that video is going to go live at some point in time. I don't know why YouTube chooses to push that to you. I don't want them to. I wish I could turn that off because I don't want you to feel like you have to pay to see my content. Channel members can just see stuff early. They get to see videos early. That's part of the perks of being a channel member. A tier 2 channel member or higher, that's part of the perks is seeing videos early. So I don't like the fact that YouTube is pushing that out to you guys because I don't want you to think you have to pay to see content of mine. Every bit of my content, all of it is going to be free to watch. I do not expect anyone to give me money. I will never try to guilt you into giving me money. None of that. All of it will be free to watch. It's just, I can't upload 5 videos in a day. They all get scheduled out over the weeks and everything. So that's what that is. So please do not think that I am trying to bar you from watching my content if you don't pay. That's not what it is. But that being said, a big special thank you to the people who do become channel members anyway, because without you guys, I couldn't make a full-time gig of this. So thank you so much for your additional support. And if you want to find out how to become a channel member today to see those videos early, get merch discount codes and more, then please click that join button down below. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one.